2011, the world's leaders came together under the EG8 to define digital economy, and the result was clear.
Welcome to Paris, known as the City of Lights thanks to the invention of electricity. In the dawn of the 20th century, electricity was a tremendous revolution. It changed the way people worked, the way people communicated, the way people were entertained. It even changed the urban landscape, allowing us to build at greater heights. This revolution took 50 years to happen. And right now, another revolution is underway, the Internet revolution. Less than 20 years ago, the Internet started changing our lives. Today, there are It started changing the way we work. Changing the way we communicate. Changing the way we are entertained. It even changed our social landscape, making our world flatter. Internet has changed everything, and the best is to come. We know it's big, and yet, do we know its impact on the economy? Do we know its contribution to growth and wealth? Do we know how it benefits consumers, companies, and governments? Do we know how countries are capturing value from it? Actually, no.
The search is still on for real growth. We must connect our economies and make them stronger. We must learn from history, while leveraging 21st century tools to secure prosperity for present and future generations. In 1956, the world witnessed the birth of the marine container. This simple idea has revolutionized global trade, making it more secure and reducing its cost dramatically. Among other benefits, it reduced loading costs from $5.86 per ton to 16 cents, a 36-fold saving. Widespread use of marine containers has contributed to major trade growth, underwriting job creation and driving decades of real economic growth worldwide.
Be stubborn until price comes along, then they're the most cooperative people in the world. Got a better price.
The formula that we can learn from history is clear. By reducing the cost of trade, we can increase trade and boost our economy. The question remains, how can we reduce the cost of trade with 21st century tools? We have combined 6 main elements that world-renowned organizations have identified as the key elements to reducing the cost of trade. First, integration is the ability to connect all participants involved in the flow of trade within a seamless, dynamic, information-sharing environment. World economic leaders have long recognized the importance of integration as a foundation to sustain economic growth. However, integration has never been defined properly, nor what is its cost, or whether it alone is enough. Until today, no one has provided a comprehensive plan for its realization, or recognized all the factors needed for integration to achieve the desired result. Second, processes is generally defined as the blueprint for how to maximize the use of available tools and manpower to achieve a desired output in a specific environment. World experts confirm that it is no longer enough that trade participants be efficient only within their own environment or country. Instead, to reach the trade efficiency required in the 21st century, every participant in the trade lane pipeline must have the tools and know-how to become immediately aware of any issues or unforeseen events affecting the pipeline they are involved with, nationally, regionally, and globally. Third, e-documentation is the creation, storage and transmittal of necessary data related to trade in purely electronic form. The migration from paper to paperless documentation processes has been universally recognized as being vital to trade efficiency. The 21st century e-documentation environment demands not only meeting country and industry requirements, but also the exchange of e-documentation among all trade participants when they trade between each other. Fourth, tracking and visibility is the ability to obtain real-time information regarding a shipment's location and movements. Tracking mainly refers to goods in transit, and visibility mainly refers to idle goods at a specific location. Global experts agree that there are three primary reasons why tracking and visibility are essential elements of trade efficiency and cost reduction. 1. Optimized planning capability. 2. Improved operation execution. And 3. Enhanced competitiveness. Fifth, competence is when a defined obligation is met on time with optimal quality and at minimum cost. The world's experts agree that trade efficiency is not just about how much money is invested and what expensive tools are used. It's about the people performing their tasks with the proper tools in a synchronized and monitored environment. Unless people are competent in their work, optimum efficiency cannot be reached. Sixth, cargo security is defined as the establishment and uniform practice of policies and procedures that secure the flow of commerce against acts of terrorism. Governments around the world consider cargo security to be of vital importance in their efforts to protect their citizens, borders, and economies.
If a cargo container explodes because of a bomb, in addition to the immediate damages and costs, like the cost of human life, material costs, and property, the whole trade lane will be shut down. And then the damages to the economy will be massive because inventories would pile up, the ports would choke up, investments will be lost, and even trade agreements will be jeopardized. And finally, reopening the trade lane would be very risky if there has been no changes or improvements made.
The mission is clear. We must optimize the efficiency of these 6 elements in order to reduce our trade cost. An essential starting point in creating prosperity tomorrow lies in understanding our trade efficiency level today. To meet the 21st century efficiency requirement, best in class cannot be the only standard used to measure the efficiency levels of these critical elements. Until today, the dependency on best in class has kept us locked firmly inside the box. In fact, today our logistics and trade industries are still fragmented. Therefore, we must look outside the box in every aspect and strive towards achieving the peak performance that today's technology makes possible.
Essentially, best in class meaning knowing where we stand today, where we stand against the situation as of now. And that's very important. However, I think we need to do more. We can go beyond the now. We can really use technology to lead us to explore opportunities that are not available today and really open up opportunities that will be here with us tomorrow.
This new benchmark is the 21st Century 6-Element Trade Efficiency Indicators, or the 21-6 ETI, that signifies the new millennium standard for growth. Global trade depends on 4 interdependent industries: commerce, finance, insurance, and logistics. The weakest of these is logistics, which is highly fragmented. Issues facing logistics prevent the other 3 industries from performing at optimal levels. Enhancing the efficiency of the 21/6 ETI will enable peak logistics performance, which in turn will digitally integrate and boost the performance of the other three industries, thus reaching their full potential. This is the integrated four-dimensional digital economy, or I4DDE, the next generation of global trade, where e-logistics, e-finance, e-insurance and e-commerce unite seamlessly to boost our economy. The integrated four-dimensional digital economy will make trade more efficient and secure, reducing trade costs in the same way that the cargo container did nearly 60 years ago. This will stimulate growth in global trade and provide the basis for stable, secure economic growth for generations to come. The top technology firms of the world, who service more than 60% of the world's GDP, are committed to enhancing the level of the 21/6 ETI in every corner of the world at no cost to the end user. History has shown us the way, and today's 21st century technology is available to connect our economies for a better tomorrow. Malaysia. As the world is still defining what the digital economy is, Malaysia has started the journey towards achieving peak performance in trade efficiency.
The Malaysia Sea Council, involving both public and private organizations, together have surveyed participants in 19 clusters across all economic zones, including customs, banks, insurance firms, logistics service providers, points of entry, small, medium and large-sized shippers. We have performed 10 times more interviews as compared to normal logistics performance indices measurements for the industry. We have conducted these interviews face-to-face on the ground, and there has been a direct transcription of these interviews to the central database to facilitate close to 50% quality assurance process, setting a new gold standard in terms of the survey accuracy. The result, a comprehensive analysis that provides Malaysia with strategic roadmap to vastly increase its trade efficiency and to achieve real economic growth.
Under the new 21/6 ETI standard, Malaysia's integration scored 1.66, indicating the potential for tremendous advances in this area. Malaysia's processes score is 2.16, which demonstrates that there is room to implement effective processes among all trade participants. The e-documentation score of 2 shows that some of the 19 clusters are moving from paper to e-documentation, thanks to the National Single Window Dagang Net initiative. E-documentation should expand beyond Malaysian Customs' pioneering initiative. Malaysia's tracking and visibility score is 2.10. The competence score of 2.03 indicates a moderate level of performance with ample opportunity for advances in this area. Malaysia's cargo security score of 1.98 indicates that significant steps must be taken by trading participants in order to follow the lead set by Malaysia's customs. We must remember that the 21/6 ETI measures all key areas against the peak performance levels that today's technology makes possible. By understanding the levels of performance that each area must reach and applying the right technological tools to reach them, we marshal a new economic era, the era of the digital economy. Once these levels reach scores between 4.5 and 5, Malaysia will reduce its landed import and export cost from today's average of 9% to 6%, saving about $11 billion every year. This is only the first step to create nearly $288 billion in new trade for ASEAN, with $52 billion for Malaysia alone, as well as generating 2.72 million new Malaysian jobs. Malaysia has taken the lead in maximizing on the new millennium standard for growth placing itself at the forefront of a cutting-edge trade innovation.